Hey guys, I'm TinoC. In today's video, we're going to go over a hunter build. This build is actually really great for soloing. You've probably seen this build before, it's been all over YouTube. However, we're going to even make it better. We're going to go over 3 versions of this build. The first being the very basic version. This is going to be the bare essential things that you need to make this build work. The second is going to be an A-tier version, combining it with Armour 2.0. And for my veterans out there, we're going to go over an S-tier version of this build that combines Armour 1.0 with 2.0 to get your super back ridiculously fast. Alright, first off, you're going to need Liar's Handshake. Liar's Handshake comes with the exotic Cross Counter. Cross Counter regenerates health and deals extra damage. You're also going to need a Shotgun with 1-2 punch. I got the Last Man Standing from the Reckoning. You can also farm this shotgun from Eris Morn, One Small Step. She sells that as one of the bounties. And that can also come with 1-2 punch. You're going to need to be rocking the Top Tree Arc Strider. We're going to focus on Combination Blow. Killing an enemy with a melee ability triggers health regeneration and increases your melee damage temporarily, stacks up to 3 times. Now, make sure you also have Gambler's Dodge. While you dodge, it recharges your melee. So, essentially, you're going to be dodging, meleeing, dodging, meleeing, dodging, meleeing. And once you reach Combination Blow times 3, you're ready to go. Go ahead and shotgun and melee the boss immediately after you shotgun to trigger 1-2 punch. So this is the basic premise of this build. And I know they nerfed 1-2 punch. However, it's still really good. And at that point, you're going to do significantly a large amount of damage. And you can get 2 punches off as well. It takes 3 rockets with cluster bombs to take out this ogre. So essentially, you have the power of 3 rockets with cluster bombs in your melee. What? That's all well and good. But how can we make this even better? Well, with Armour 2.0, we have access to, a lot of mods that we had in Armour 1.0. One being Distribution, reduce all ability cooldowns when using your class ability. Now, every time you dodge, you are essentially using your class ability. I want you to focus on the lower left. You're going to see my super gauge. Every time I dodge, I get a little bit of super back. And, I mean, it's a pretty good amount. And especially when utilizing this build, you're going to be dodging quite a bit. Which, I mean, you don't really have to change your playstyle. You're just going to be using the build as intended. But while you use it, you're going to be getting super. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. For my veterans out there, and I really hope you guys saved your 1.0 armor. This perk distribution also can be found on 1.0 armor on your legs. So we are stacking distribution on your class piece alongside distribution on your legs. Just to add more super regeneration on your helmet, you can get an ability called Hands On. Gain bonus super energy on melee kills. So everything is just working together. You have 2 stacks of distribution. You have Hands On that gets you your super ability on melee kills. And on top of that, you have an incredibly strong melee to take down giant bosses. I mean, one of the best hunter builds that I have played with. And I mean, it's almost unfair to these majors. and what's crazy is you can actually get your super back within 40 seconds. Again, I want you to pay attention to my super regeneration. Killed 1 guy, I'm killing 2 guys. And by the third guy, I already have a bar. If we're constantly killing, I mean, that is just ridiculous. Look at that super regeneration. And I just want to point out, in order for distribution to function, you have to be next to an enemy. The radius is fairly lax. Like, if you look at this shank, I'm pretty far away from him. In fact, let's go even further. Let's see how far I can proc this. That I'm actually outside of the room. And I'm still getting the super regeneration from distribution. All in all, this is a fantastic build. If you're doing your dailies, if you're running Menagerie, any activities that benefits your melee ability is phenomenal. However, when you have modifiers like Blackout, use this build at your own risk, because when you have ads that can one-shot you, the last thing you want to do is punch them, right? I mean, I've actually been killed by thralls. I'm sure you've been there before, where, you know, you have these trash mobs that are able to one-shot you, and you end up dying because you had to sprint across the room just to try to punch one of these guys. And that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys found this information interesting, please let me know in the comments section below. If you guys know a way to make this build even better, I'd love to hear it. Again, thank you for watching.
TinoC out!